In this worked example, you need to understand what the prefixes mean in order to actually work out a final answer in standard SI units. So the first question, we need to calculate the volume of a 330 millilitre Coke can. So let's think what we mean by a millilitre. Well, 1 millilitre is the same as 1 centimetre cubed. But of course a centimetre is going to be the same as 1 times 10 to the minus 2 metres, because the centi means 10 to the minus 2. But because we've got this cubed, we're going to cube that as well. And then 1 times 10 to the minus 2 to the power of 3 is going to be equal to 1 times 10 to the minus 6 metres cubed. So if we've got something which is 330 millilitres, that's the same as 330 times 10 to the minus 6, because we're converting from millilitres into cubic metres, and then in standard form that would be equal to 3.30 times 10 to the minus 4 metres cubed. For the second one, we've got a very thin piece of wire, and it's got a diameter of 0.31 millimetres. Now, in order to work out the area, that's going to be equal to pi r squared, and that's going to be equal to pi times the radius squared. Now, if the diameter is 0.31 of a millimetre, that would be 0.31 times 10 to the minus 3 metres. Now in this case I'm just going to divide that by 2 in order to work out the radius from the diameter, and we can put all of that in brackets and then square that. So let me just work this out in the calculator. So this gives me an answer equal to 7.5477 times 10 to the minus 8. And therefore I think an appropriate answer for this would be to two significant figures. So the area is going to be equal to 7.5 times 10 to the minus 8 metres squared. So an incredibly small number, but that's because if we're thinking about something which is less than a millimetre in diameter, and then we multiply that by another value which is less than a millimetre in diameter, this is going to give us an incredibly small number. So that is an appropriate answer for that, given in an appropriate format. By the way, this is just one of many videos I've made covering all of the maths that you need to understand for A-level physics. It's part of a mini course which includes many more topic videos, multiple worked examples, and also a guide that you can download. You can find all of this over at alevelphysicsonline.com.